G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping into Go Battle League, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps me out and, well, keeps me motivated. So today we're going to jump into some more battles, obviously, because we're in Go Battle League. But as you can see, currently Ace ranked, and like many people, probably trying to push a little bit higher. Now, I do have a playlist of my battles this season in all the different leagues, so you can I'll link to that and you can check that out as well. But for now, let's jump in, and we're back in the Element Cup. Um, and we're going to actually run the same team. So Bulbasaur on the lead with Vine Whip, Seed Bomb, and Sludge Bomb. Seel with Lick, Aqua Tail, and Icy Wind, and Ducklet with Wing Attack and Bubble Beam and Brave Bird. So there's a few options there. So Seal's fast move, you can choose to have the Ice type or Lick, and I like Lick because it has a little bit of extra damage over some of the other stuff. And Ducklet, you don't necessarily want to run Brave Bird, but I am because I want it to finish. So into this first match, and this is a really good lead for us. And I'm just looking at that going, okay, because it's a rock type, Ducklet's probably going to have the worst outcome against it. So I'm going to bring in my Ducklet here against the Cottony. So obviously Cottony is going to lose to Bulbasaur as well. But if Omanyte is running rock type moves, it's going to have a worse matchup there. So they obviously are going to let that go. Um, I want to throw that as soon as possible. Don't bother with faking the Brave Bird here just because I want to debuff them as quickly as possible because obviously charms just do so much damage. It's ridiculous. So going to look to farm down most of the way and then expect the Omanyte to come back in. They obviously don't shield there, which is fine, and then I get an extra wing attack through, but look at all that charm damage. It's just ridiculous. So they're actually running Mud Shot, so they're not running a rock type move. So yeah, happy days. I'm going to be able to put on some pressure here. So there's one debuff, and it just a ground type move just does nothing against flyers. So I actually get to a second bubble beam. So this is outstanding. And the question is, what's in the back? So should have I saved my Ducklet? I guess that's the benefit of not showing what your fast move is before swapping out. People obviously sometimes get it wrong, like I did. And so going to come in with my Bulbasaur, they're instantly swapping out to clear their debuff, and because they've got a fire type in the back, that is um, Vulpix. So Vulpix is going to do body slam damage. It's going to be doing a little bit of damage, but not too bad. So here, what I'm going to do is go straight for the Aqua Tail. Icy Wind's going to be resisted, and I don't know whether they'll shield or not, and they don't shield, so that's massive. So down goes the Voltorb, down goes the Vulpix there. They come back out with the Omanyte, and they do have the rock type charge move, but I'm just going to look to lick this down as much as possible, and then out comes my Bulbasaur. I've got a shield, and I got a fast move through before they were able to farm me down, so as soon as this goes through, they're going to be uh, out, down and out, even if they had back-to-back charge moves, which they probably did at that point. They had a lot of energy, but because I got one, snuck one through, happy days. I was able to take that game. So pretty comfortably there, nice lead for me, and they weren't able to get their switch how they would have, well, get their alignment how they wanted. I was able to maintain switch advantage there. So in this one, Seel on the lead. So we'll see if they're running Lick or if they're running Ice Shot, and again, they just swap straight out. Here, I took a little bit too long to swap. I should have swapped straight away here, and then just going to look to instantly throw this move. Again, the confusion damage is massive, so just want to debuff it. Don't expect to get a shield here, but it is a shadow, so they do actually shield it up. That is huge. So I'm actually going to do the same and match the shield here, and then look to farm it down. And thank goodness, because that is an ancient power. Ancient power would have, yeah, from the shadow, even though it was debuffed, taken me out from that range. And I'm going to have to go down a shield here because I want to maintain switch. So I'm going to throw this shield up. It's another ancient power. I thought I'd be able to take them out first. Unfortunately, because I took too long to throw, well, to switch into my Ducklet, they're able to get to 2 charge moves, so you've got to be quicker than that. And they shield that up, so that's both of their shields down. Happy days. So we'll see if I can get to... No, oh, I had enough for a Bubble Beam, but I was trying to go for a... Um, yeah, trying to go for the ice for the Brave Bird, and that would have been absolutely spectacular, but unfortunately wasn't able to get there. So for this one, I'm going to Sludge Bomb here and then switch straight out. And the benefit of this is, obviously, we've both got no shields. They've got more energy than me, but in order to take me out, I'm going to be able to debuff them. I've got a little bit more health than them as well. Unfortunately, their Icy Winds are going to come through before I'm able to debuff them, but I'm going to be able to debuff them back, and that means that I'm going to be in a position to, yeah, put a whole lot of pressure on. So we'll see what happens here. So they are running Lick and not running an Ice type fast move, which is, well, fine, better for this matchup. So through comes another Icy Wind from them. And I'm going to actually just do the same, completely debuff them. Even if they do have enough for an Icy Wind on the Bulbasaur straight away, it's not going to be enough to take it out when it's been debuffed so much. And it looks like it may not even get to that point. It doesn't. I'm able to lick it down because of the little bit of extra health that I had whilst before I swapped in. So happy days, able to take that one comfortably. I thought it would be a little bit worse than that. I thought they would take at least, well, I thought they'd be able to double debuff me before I got to a charge move, but they didn't. So happy days, able to take the game. So we're looking for the next one and see what we can get. So two reasonably good leads for me there. So we'll see what we get this time. So Ducklet, not a great lead if it's running Wing Attack, which let's be honest, most of them are. And yeah, so it is. So I swap into my Seel here, and the reason I have the Seel as the swap is because if they have something, well, if they have Chinchou, basically, I can lure that out because they will never want Chinchou matched up against Bulbasaur. And then if I can lure out the Chinchou, then Ducklet will be able to be free from it. But in this instance, they have the Lotad, which is really, really bad. It does mean that it's just going to do nothing against my Bulbasaur because its charge moves like Bubble Beam and Energy Ball usually, and I would expect a Bubble Beam to come through here because the Energy Ball is going to be double resisted, but they go with the Energy Ball. Okay. I mean, it will do more damage, I guess. It is a higher damage move. Bubble Beam just does no damage whatsoever, but at least then, I don't know, they debuff me. I guess they think I'm just going to swap straight out here. I'm not debuffed, so I might as well throw this Seed Bomb and see if I can get a shield, and I can get a shield here. So I'm going to charge up to another Seed Bomb before I swap out of there, and then we'll see what comes out, and it's a Slugma in the back. So this is not ideal here. I don't really know what to do here, so they let that go, so that's fine. Question here is, am I going to be able to... Oof. So I'm going to shield this up because I should be able to farm them down before they get to another charge move. Let's see. Yeah, well, definitely I'm going to be able to do that. And then we'll try and get to a Brave Bird here and see what they want to do. So straight into the Brave Bird, and we'll see if I get a shield. If they don't shield, I may be able to snatch this win, and they shield it up, so that's bad because now they don't have to throw energy, and they've got a lot. I've not got much health left on this thing, so I'm just going to go straight for the Seed Bomb here. Probably should have gone for the Sludge Bomb because it's going to probably, well, it's going to do more damage. I doubt it will do enough damage there to take that out. So I'm not going to bother shielding. This is game over. And they were always going to throw a Bubble Beam there. Yeah, so unfortunately, not able to take that one. So need to think about that in future to try and play that a little bit differently. So I think the play, yeah, we'll see. So Cottony on the lead. So this is good for us. So our team pretty much doesn't mind Cottony too much, and they swap into the fire type. So what am I going to do here? So I'm going to shield up the first one because it will be a body slam. Expecting that to come through, and yeah, it is the body slam. That's fine. And then going to look to get to the bubble beam here and see if they want to shield up or just going to let this thing go. So I suspect they may shield this up, yeah, just because I do have a good matchup against the Cottony as well. So I'm going to actually let this one go. They've been debuffed now, so I shield the first one up, debuff them, and then I'm not going to worry about shielding the second one up. And as you can see, it's yeah, fine. Plenty of health left over, and we'll see what happens here. Will they double shield? I can't imagine they will, no. So they're not going to double shield that. And am I able to charge them down? Just. So just able to charge them down there. So happy days. And then out comes the Cottony, and I got to the Brave Bird. I got there, but it didn't count. So that's unfortunate. So it had a whole move there, and then out comes their own Ducklet. So for this one, I'm gonna let this go because if they Brave Bird me here, they're stuck with a debuffed Ducklet because they're switch locked in, and so it's unlikely that they're going to throw the first one as a Brave Bird. I mean, I have been burnt in the past, but most of the time they'll throw the bubble beam first. So now throw my own icy wind to debuff them back, and we'll see what they want to do. So now here's the more questionable one, but I'm going to let this go because even if they do Brave Bird me, I can come in and farm with my uh, Bulbasaur, and they're still not throwing. So here, probably what I should have done, I'm just trying to think. No, throw the icy wind, and I don't want to farm too much because I want to have some energy left. I don't want to let the Cottony come in and farm me down. So Aerial Ace comes through, but because I've been debuffed a lot, and then we both insta swap, so we both happen to swap at the same time, but I'm just going to go straight for the Sludge Bomb here, and if they don't want to shield, well, they do shield, so that's fine. And I'm going to shield up myself. They're not going to get to another charge move. When you're running Charm, you're basically running a fast move only, even though I knew it was going to be Seed Bomb and it is super resisted, but I need to have enough time to get to this Sludge Bomb. So the question will be here, will the Ducklet be able to farm me down before I can fast move farm it down? We've both got no health left and we're both faint at the same time. Obviously, I've got Seel in the back with a slither of health left, so that is a good game and able to take the win. So not a bad one there, even with the sort of more rough lead. So we'll jump into, actually didn't have a rough lead that time, but I do right now. So we've got the Ducklet again on the lead, which is bad, and now I'm going to jump into the Seel and see what they come out with. So they're coming out with a low tad, so this is the same team except for they've got the shiny flex, which is always cool, and Lotad is a cool shiny just because it's obviously not the same color. I like the ones that are a bit more obvious. They shield up my yeah, they shield it. That's fine. So obviously now I'm going to come in with my Bulbasaur and farm it down. So it just gives me a lot more farm on this thing. I'll let the switch clock go because obviously I want to be able to switch out if I need to. No shield here. Again, Bubble Beam or Energy Ball, and I expect the Bubble Beam to come through, and it is. It's Bubble Beam. It just doesn't do any damage whatsoever, and that is fine. So here I'm going to over farm a little bit, but I don't want to get debuffed a second time, so we'll see what they want to do here. This should be enough still. Going to be doing neutral damage because it's water and grass, but we'll see. Yeah, enough to take that out. expecting their Ducklet and instantly swapped out, and they've got the Slugma. So this is the same team. Um, so I have played this one a little bit different, um, and we'll see how we go. So Bubble Beam comes through, and they shield it up. So this is definitely played differently. So I've got both my shields here, and for this one, I think what I'm going to do here. So last time I shielded in this position, and I'm going to do the same thing again. So I haven't learnt anything apparently, but instead they've got no shields left here. So I'm going to throw this and debuff them, but I don't actually want to KO because I want to get some energy on my um, Bulbasaur. So I'm going to come in and look to farm down, so able to farm that down, get a little bit of extra energy here, and then going to throw instantly onto the Ducklet just because I don't want it to debuff me first, so I want to do as much damage as possible. And because I went and got a little bit of extra energy, I am going to shield this up because I'm at another charge move. So that was the play that was different, is not taking out the Slugma, just farming it down with the Bulbasaur. And the reason you can do that against Slugma is because it doesn't run a fire type fast move, so it doesn't do as much damage. So was able to change that up, get a little bit of farm on the Slugma, and that won me the game. So lost it in game, what, 3? Won the team in game 5. So I imagine a YouTuber's potentially suggested that team because it's unlikely to see it twice in the same set. If not, um, yeah, but it is a good team and does struggle, but that is how you beat it. So as the reward, I've got a Licky Tongue, managed to hit that excellent throw, always good. We'll see if it manages to stay in the ball, and it does. Happy days. And then we can have a look at the more exciting part, which is seeing what happens to the elo. Obviously a 4 and 1 is going to be good for the elo, and I'm sort of up and around where I think I probably play. So up to 23-33, which is really, really good. So happy with that. Hopefully we can stick around there. Now, if thanks very much for watching. Hopefully it was useful for anyone, especially if you come up against a team that is um, Ducklet, Lotad, and Slugma. Hopefully that'll be useful. You have a little bit of an idea of win conditions for that team. With that being said, uh, hit that subscribe button down below if you're not subscribed already. Otherwise, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.